So I am going to test something out for the next few weeks, and I'm going to call it DEI in five. And I want it to be sort of these bite-sized discussions on diversity, equity, inclusion, with me talking for 5 minutes or less. I'm going to go live. I think it might be a little easier than me attempting to edit and consistently produce content for YouTube because it's just so hard. I have so many things going on right now and so many goals that I'm trying to accomplish, but I'm finding that I really enjoy just clicking go live and just talking. So, um, let me know what you think about this concept, this idea. Today's topic, I'm going to be talking about trying to move us away from this sort of thought of having DEI as an add on or a sort of check the box effort. These are going to be sort of semi off the cuff discussions. I say semi off the cuff because I do have some notes because I don't want to miss anything or miss any of my points. And I'm only aiming for 5 minutes. So, here we go. Let's get into it. I really want people to start reframing how we're talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion in the workplace. And one of the easiest ways that we can do that is for all of us to contribute to this change, right? Just this week, I had people saying things like, oh, I wish I could do more of that DEI thing, or I wish I had more time for it, and thinking about ways that they can contribute to Black History Month or participating in employee resource groups or book clubs or just open discussions and forums. And all of those things are great. That's not what I'm saying at all. But from my perspective and from my experience, the real change that many of us wish to see will happen when we all make adjustments to our day-to-day efforts. And let me explain what I mean by that, right? So, not just thinking about DEI in the workplace as, again, this sort of add on or initiatives that we have to plan or partake in, such as cultural celebrations and heritage months, or joining an ERG, attending a workshop, things like that. But all of us, and when I say all of us, I'm thinking about DEI practitioners, people leaders, individual contributors, all of us, literally all of us, we are desperately in need of a shift. And what I mean by that is shifting our attention more so to the day to day work that we're doing. In a lot of cases, it's actually easier and less time consuming for us to integrate DEI into our day to day work than to have those sort of add on approaches of, oh, I have to make time to attend this event or do this thing. Um, and just to kind of take this from theory to practice, I do want to give you some examples. And here's where my notes come in because I don't want to miss anything, right? But let's say, for instance, that you work in sales and you might want to start being more mindful of pronouns when you are addressing customers or clients, and checking your own assumptions and biases that you make about someone. Recently, someone told me that they mentioned their partner to someone they were talking to, and the response from the person was like, "Oh, I wonder what your husband thinks." This person is in fact a lesbian and has a wife. And so checking those assumptions can be tricky, but it is a practice that you can integrate into the work that you already do if that is your role. Another example, if you are a recruiter or a sourcer, taking a step back and looking at the candidate pools that you've been generating or creating, and again, checking your own personal biases, but also thinking about those systemic biases that might be at play. For example, are we, I always say comparing apples to apples. Am I asking and looking for the same qualifications in this set of candidates as I am for this set of candidates? And then again, going back to your personal biases, as recruiters, I used to be a recruiter, having those moments of, ooh, I like this person's energy, or ooh, this person also likes this hobby or shared interest, making sure you check those biases. If you're a hiring manager, right, thinking about ensuring that you've taken the proper steps to ensure a fair process. Are candidates following the same procedural steps? Have I implemented or considered implementing a rating system or a rubric? If you work in HR, ensuring that any changes to benefits, for example, that information is being communicated to all the people that it's going to impact or affect, right? For example, if you are changing the health insurance benefits for your employees, are they aware of that? Do they have leeway to make the necessary adjustments to their healthcare as they need to? Of course, these are all examples. Everyone's situation is unique and nuanced. And there are, of course, DEI practitioners and coaches like myself who can help you sort of pinpoint areas that you as an individual can focus on and really think about with your work, and figure out how you can make a difference. But let me know if this idea is resonating with you. This idea of shifting from thinking about DEI as again, an add on, as a check the box effort, to thinking about the small things that we can do and integrate in our day to day work. All right. That was episode one of DEI in 5. I'm a little over 5 minutes, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you think, and I will see you maybe tomorrow or Friday for episode 2. All right. Bye, y'all.